So to my fellow trustees, we have, I know Gerald will be joining us momentarily, but let's get started. We have one item in open before we go into closed. All right, good evening. And welcome to this regular meeting of the Northside Board of Trustees. Before calling this meeting to order, the board would like to take just a moment to briefly review some of the rules for conducting our meeting. The order of business for this meeting is set out in the agenda. One item that you may note, well, we do not have consent agenda for this meeting.
That's where that one item sits.
Okay, thank you for that clarification. So one item that you may notice on the agenda is consent agenda. This item includes items that are considered routine and or are of a recurring nature. All the items listed under consent, the one item, will be acted upon in one motion. If the consent agenda item, if somebody would like to address that, please sign up to speak to that item. We will pull it from the consent motion and discuss it separately. The purpose of our meeting is to conduct board business, and for that reason, it's held in public, not a public forum. However, we do provide the opportunity for audience participation. If there is anyone here who would like to address the board during an agenda item or citizens to be heard portion of the agenda, we ask that you please register on the sign-up sheet located at the entrance to this room. This is so we don't overlook anyone who would like to speak to the board. We will review the rules for addressing the board later in the meeting. Is there anyone here who would like to sign up to an agenda item that has not already done so? Okay, the meeting will then be officially called to order. Please stand and bow your heads as Trustee Bobby Blunt leads us in the invocation and pledges of allegiance.
Almighty and merciful God, we ask you guidance and blessings on this board, students, parents, patrons, teachers, and administrators, as we are assembled here this evening in the common pursuit of this great nation's wealth, our children.
Amen. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Amen. Oh my God. So I apologize for that one. Okay, so there is one item in open session that we have. Welcome, Mr. Lopez. That's okay. One item on consent agenda. Is there a motion to come before the board?
I move approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and second to approve the one item under consent. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. We will now move into executive session, and I'm sorry, I do not have the language for executive session in front of me. Hold on, please, while I pull that up in the, Dr. Woods, do you have the?
Karen, before you stop, so are we going to notify that family
Yes, ma'am.
that okay. Do we know if they've been allowed to do the soccer or anything yet? Do we know anything about that?
I don't,
Okay.
but I'll certainly have the athletics folks take care of that.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So this board will now move into executive session. It is now 5:06. Let's please meet in Dr. Woods' office in about 5 minutes. So we'll begin our meeting at around 5:11 in Dr. Woods' office. Permitted by section 551.071, 072, 073, 74, 76, 82, and 84 of the Texas Government Code. And any action on any item that is discussed in executive session will then be voted on in open session at the conclusion of executive session. Okay, thank you. The Board of Trustees on December 5th, beginning at 6:55 p.m., will convene an open meeting. We do have an item of consideration for, one item of consideration for the board. Is there a motion?
I move approval of the search firm contract as discussed and modified in closed session.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second to approve the engagement contract with our search firm as discussed in executive session with the modifications. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. We do have some other items, or an item of consideration for this board in open as it relates to the search, and that would be the suggested timeline. So if you would please get out your calendars and look at those dates that we have in the suggested timeline for the interviews. Please ensure that those are okay. No vacations planned, no trips to Austin or I don't know, Dallas ISD, or well, I don't know where you want to go, but
Valentine's Day.
then there's that.
I put them on my
dinner,
calendar, but I forgot to bring my calendar.
When is the board? We have a called board meeting in February.
Well, on the 13th, we have mid-year graduation in the evening.
We do.
That's what I have on my calendar. Anybody else have it on your calendar?
Yes, it's on there.
Corinne, you've been.
And the call meeting is the 14th.
Right. And then we have on the 7th, we are looking at the Myers 25th.
25th anniversary.
Okay.
That one.
That could flex if
Well, and to be,
y'all needed it to.
well,
Need to work around the things that are
Right.
district commitments. I mean, we're
So-
not gonna,
Was it going to go past
we're not gonna
6?
change that.
Would we be interviewing into the night? Wouldn't we be done by 6?
Well-
Well, we're not,
Call board meeting on the
Well,
14th.
other than the board meeting.
so
so when are you
Still at
anticipating
6.
that will we start though?
So history has it that this board, I know at the last time, and I don't know what y'all did before, but the last time we did interviews on Friday and a half a day Saturday. We could still discuss something like that if it pleased the board. Regarding the time of the interviews, it depends on when this board would like to define that timeline. So if we look at it, we do have Wednesday through Saturday of both of those weeks available. Do we all think that, well, I guess we could include Sunday if we absolutely had to, but do we all think that we could get those rather than move a week, because we start moving weeks, we've got Adams Hill the 50th, we've still got other things happening.
But we could look at like Thursday and Friday, right?
We could look at Thursday. We could look at Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If those dates are okay, of both of those weeks, we could simply agree upon that now.
The only thing that was nice about Saturdays is there wasn't staff around, so they could just come in. It was just us. We met. I mean, that,
I'm good with Saturdays or Fridays and Saturdays, whatever combination.
yeah, I apologize. I forgot my calendar, but I had written my calendar down. I'd checked those weeks before, and there was nothing, like we weren't going out of town or
I'm okay any of those days.
anything.
Okay, so can we still keep those weeks available beginning on Wednesday, from Wednesday through Saturday, and then talk about it as we get further on down? Dr. Harrell?
As long as we're done by 6, why teach at 6 on Wednesday nights? So it takes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes from here to get to UTSA. So Wednesdays,
Might be out, so maybe we're looking at Thursday, Friday, Saturday, unless we do Wednesday morning. Is that still okay with folks?
Yeah, during the day, isn't that gonna be an issue probably?
Mornings for me are
Or
right.
would you be all right?
Oh,
Mornings
no,
are
if I know
hard
in
here.
advance, I can shift. My problem's gonna be, the 18th would be a problem for.
February 18th?
That's a Saturday. Okay.
You know what? Oh, I need to ask my family. That's my birthday.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it's a big birthday.
Yeah, yeah.
So they may do something strange. They may
So-
actually surprise me and plan some unannounced thing.
So what about the following week?
But
Do you know yet?
I mean, I can swap something around. So
I mean, as we discussed, this is our timeline. So anything that we could move it into March, but then we're looking at,
You
Yeah.
start
Why
making
shouldn't
everything
you? I
else
mean-
back.
no,
That's just a Saturday problem. I mean, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Wednesday,
seems to work
Thursday,
with
Friday,
us.
everyone.
And
15,
for the
16,
second
17.
round, you only need 2 weeks.
right? And I'll remind the board too, we've, talked about maybe no more than a half a dozen. If the board chooses to do more interviews than that, then we just work it in with those times. Is that okay?
You know, I could give a walk that night.
You could, they would love it.
All right. So it sounds,
If it's gonna be Wednesday, if it's in the evenings, I thought maybe you said days, hold these days, so I was thinking days.
well, Joseph,
I could rearrange stuff, but that's okay, I'll
What-
just give him a walk, it's
well, what
okay.
about Joseph though? I mean, he's in school.
No, you're right.
So, I mean, Joseph is a day, during the day gonna be an issue? So or do we need to look at
No,
interviews
it's not
being
gonna be an issue.
3 to the end of the day?
I have all my days too.
Bobby, what about you?
You use your vacation days for that.
Oh, no, it's fine.
He's got a lot.
You're okay if we have to go during the day?
Yeah, all I know.
Okay. So,
The 15th through the 17th on second
15th through, I don't know if Bobby's, the 18th still a problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
15,
Okay.
17.
So 15th through 17th,
or 8 through 10, right?
moving it up.
And Monday and Tuesdays are bad because we've got a school function on one of those nights?
In the first week you do.
But it's just Tuesday, right? So we could do
It's Monday and Tuesday.
both weeks are Monday and Tuesday?
No.
Both of those are school anniversaries.
On Tuesday.
The 14th is a called meeting.
So you will already have a full agenda that evening.
Well, actually, I'm looking at the 20th. I'm sorry. That's not the following week. Okay, cancel.
What was our called meeting for?
Budget.
Budget.
Can that be moved to the 21st
Yeah, can we put it on a regular meeting?
or the 28th? Yeah, just
Okay, I have,
the called meeting.
and I don't know if this affects any of us, but TASB Legislative Conference in Austin on the 21st.
Affects us all. That's also we could be back here in the evening for.
Yeah, that's during the day.
I think it ends at
Remember,
3.
the only major thing that week is, the district visits are a daily visit. That's
I wish we'd go to week 1, 2, or 3, because I know I'll be gone the weekend of the 25th.
yeah, but we don't need that much that week, right?
That's why I'm saying I hope we don't have to go that far down.
I think you've got either 15, 16, or 16, 17 that could be second round.
Correct, and you
Right.
just need 2 days, 1 evening, 2 evenings.
But the district visit week, all we need is one day, right?
Right,
Right. That's just-
If we should decide,
if you decide you want to.
if we decide to do that.
It'll be a 1 day.
So yes, correction. The week from the 13th to the 18th, all we need is two evenings. It's the week before,
That we need 3.
yes, and so it appears to me that we're okay with that week. Did I misunderstand that?
I think
Just
you
not
identified
Tuesday, was it?
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday that everybody was open the first week.
Yeah.
And since the
9,
things
10, 11.
on Monday and Tuesday are district things, we may need to, if we need to do anything with those, we can.
We cannot change the 25th anniversary of Myers.
No,
No,
not
what
that,
is
but
Monday the 6th though?
the called meeting we can, Karen.
I don't have anything on the 6th.
I don't have anything on the 6th
Yeah,
either.
there's nothing on Monday, it's just Myers on Tuesday.
Yeah, but you break that continuity. That's
Right.
the issue with Monday.
Gotcha.
All right. So we're still Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the 9th, 10th, and the 11th, right?
The 8th, 9th.
Okay, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th is good for you.
Saturday.
All right, there we go. And then we'll select 2 dates
The next week.
the following week as we get closer. Okay.
I'm sure which Mondays
8, 9, 10, 11.
Then y'all will figure out specific within there. And then the second week,
15, 16, 17.
15, 16.
17.
Well, we may not meet that Saturday.
Okay?
And I think, just so you all know, you just need to know this, but the TASB Federal Advocacy Conference in Washington is on the 6th and 7th. I don't think that needs to, and it could go into that week. That shouldn't make any difference. We're just going to have to make that decision. If you want to go, we still have to, we'll still be back here on the 8th. Okay, help me, was there anything else that we needed to discuss? I think that was it.
I think we're good.
Okay, also in your blue folder, there's a sheet on board dinner dates. If you haven't already done so, please give that to Monica as soon as possible. That's for the board recognition month for dinners. And unless there's not any objection,
Book of January, Wednesday. Actually, Carol teaches Wednesday night, so really the only,
No, on that board dinner, because that's first,
yeah, on the board dinner.
they've just gotten together, so. I
Yeah,
don't
you
wanna-
teach that night, so really the only night that's available for all 7 of us
okay.
is Thursday.
Is everybody available on Thursday, or do we need to look for another date? Is everybody available Thursday, the 26th?
I am.
Corinne, were you
Yes.
okay with that?
All right,
Thank
then
you, thanks.
there you go. Miss Guerra?
Got it. Thank you.
All right. Unless there's any objection, this meeting is now adjourned. The board ended its meeting at 7:08 p.m. on December the 5th, 2022. Thank y'all.
Thank you.